Hey, it is almost 9 o'clock on August 5th. It's a Tuesday. I've got 6 more days until I summit Katahdin, but right now I'm standing here at mile 2100. Less than 100 miles to go. It's pretty incredible. Definitely a bittersweet feeling. Just started the 100-mile wilderness yesterday. Had about 17 miles to go through the 100-mile wilderness before I was able to hit that point. So still lots more to see and do. The idea for the 100-mile is to camp at really beautiful campsites and just take our time through it. We did not take a zero at Shaw's like many people do, but that kind of gives us the ability to go really slow through the 100-mile wilderness and enjoy what we have left, because I know this will be done in 6 days, and about 7 days after that I'm going to want to be back out here. My body is very tired, I'm exhausted, but I'm still having a great time. Pretty incredible to have less than 100 miles to go. But yeah, Maine has been beautiful. The 100-mile wilderness is also that. It's not too much different than what you find in the rest of Maine so far, but looking forward to seeing the rest and hopefully seeing a moose before the end of this trail. So we'll see. I will take you in this video all the way up to Baxter State Park. So this will not be the final video. I'm going to make one full video for Baxter State Park and the summit of Katahdin. Pretty incredible. Truly can't believe that I've walked 2,100 miles from Georgia to Maine. Been a beautiful stretch. I know that this last stretch is going to be gorgeous, although a little difficult. Today's been a lot of ups and downs, but we got about 13 miles to go until we're able to camp at a beautiful pond, blow up those inflatable tubes, and we'll see you on the water. But for now, see you on trail. Here's a plane crash. I wasn't expecting this. One of the comments says something about leaving their plane here on accident, but I didn't really know what that meant. Now I do. Dang old plane up here. It's kind of cool. Huh. Hey, it's almost 1:30 right now. Making my way through the Chairback Range in the 100 Mile Wilderness. And a lot of elevation today. Elevation, ascent and descent, but nothing too crazy. Nothing we haven't gotten pretty used to. And no mountains over like 2,500 feet. So all in all, pretty mild. Trail is lots of rocks and roots, but it's still a trail to walk on rather than scramble around. So making a pretty good time. Got about 6 miles to the shelter. Not sure where everybody else ended up, but I think they stopped back for some water and lunch back at a shelter. And by the time I realized it, I was already too far past. But no big deal. We're gonna meet at this pond and camp there. Do have a plan to swim every day in the 100 Mile Wilderness. And yesterday was in that waterfall. Today we'll be in this pond. And there will be plenty more opportunities going forward. I do have a resupply to hit. So in the 100 Mile Wilderness, you can link up with Shaw's Hostel, and they will drop off a bucket of food in the middle of the 100 Mile Wilderness. So we did opt to do that. That way we can take our time. So we carried out 3 days of food, and we'll have 3 days of food in the buckets when we get them. That is not until Thursday, and it's only Tuesday now. So yeah, beautiful 100 Mile Wilderness. Looks very similar to Maine, just pretty rugged. Enjoying the trail while I still can. Is that Katahdin?
I don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
I don't think so. Hey, it is almost 5 o'clock now. Definitely slowed down my pace quite a bit in the last stretch, but I am 0.3 away from this pond, where I'm going to call it a night tonight. The crew is just shortly behind me. So yeah, 0.3 to the pond. Gonna camp there tonight, and then start a fire, go swimming, blow up the inflatables, eat some food, and go to bed. Wake up tomorrow and do another 15. See you there.
Bobby, all over
Good morning. It's about 6:30, Wednesday, August 6th. Just making my way out of our pond campsite, where saw our first moose. That was my first moose I've ever seen. just a small female eating some vegetation out of the pond. But super cool to see. Got a really nice night last night where there was a really nice moon, some loons on the lake, and a moose drinking water and eating vegetation. It's a really, really nice night. Got to use our inner tubes, float out into the pond, and just kind of enjoy ourselves. It's nice to have those moments after hiking all day. Because otherwise, I think everybody's getting pretty sick of walking, which makes sense. After 2,100 miles, I think everybody's just ready to kick their feet up for a couple days and rest. But got about a 14.5 mile day planned today to Logan Brook Shelter. So it'll be our first stay at a shelter in the 100 mile, but it's gonna be a pretty tough 14.5 miles, and there's really nothing cool around that area to see, so shelter it is. Yeah, should be another beautiful day of weather. Was able to sleep with my rain fly off last night, which is always very nice. Stars were out, so all in all, just a great night. But for now, I will see you on trail. That right there is Katahdin. Pretty crazy. Hey, it is almost 3:30 right now, and I am just making my way down White Cap Mountain, which is officially the last climb in Maine before Katahdin. I know I've said that before, But before it was 4,000 footers, and now even a 2,500 footer is behind us. And right there, that's Katahdin. Pretty crazy to finally get a view of Katahdin from about 70-ish miles away. That is trail miles. I bet you that's probably only about 10 to 20 miles as the crow flies. But got great views from the top of Whitecap. Gonna head down Logan Brook Shelter, where I planned on staying, is only about a mile and a half from here. So I think we're gonna go a little bit further. There's a shelter about 5 miles from here, and it's all downhill, so I think we'll do that instead. And I'll see you on trail on my way down. Good morning. It is almost 9 o'clock already on August 7th. And it's a Thursday. Making my way up this little pud. We did our last climb yesterday. Last real climb before Katahdin. And it really wasn't that bad at all. But today should be pretty cruisy, besides this one little pud. Camped with a bunch of people last night. It's a huge group of like probably 15 girls. And then a bunch of people we've been kind of bouncing around. But did not run into Moose and his little gang. That's okay. We'll hopefully meet up with him on Sunday to summit on Monday, but we'll see. As for now, I will see you on trail. I also forgot to mention that it's bucket day, so Shaw's resupply bucket gets dropped off about 5.5 miles away from where I'm at now. So the rest of the day, we're just gonna hang out at this pond and wait until about noon, and then do a 5-mile walk to get our buckets. They're gonna meet us there at 3 o'clock. So for now, pond day, beach day. Hey, it's about 3:30 right now. Just met up with Shaw's Hostel to do that bucket resupply. So I've got a full bag of food now and a bottle of champagne for Katahdin. So my bag is pretty heavy, but luckily the trail is pretty mild as I almost tripped. But yeah, a lot less rocks and roots than we have been dealing with, but it's still enough to make you trip. Got about 4 miles to go until we hit our campsite. Antlers campsite seems to be a pretty popular campsite along the 100-mile wilderness. So we'll have another lake to swim in, which is super cool. And yeah, just looking forward to getting there, eating more food, going to bed after swimming. Got to swim in one pond already today. But why not make it two? See you on trail. Good morning. It's about 6:30 a.m. on Friday, August 8th, and I've officially been in the woods for 5 months, and I've got 3 more days left. So, enjoying every last minute while I can. Enjoyed a beautiful sunrise this morning and a moonrise last night. Got to blow up the inflatable tubes again and use them one last time before I pawned them off on some kids that were camping next to us. They were just doing a day hike, and they were, I guess, staying at this beach for a couple of days. So they're gonna take the tubes and use them while they still can, while they're camped there, and then take them home with them. So that means I don't have to carry it anymore, which is great news. In that bucket yesterday, I put a bottle of champagne to carry with me to the top of Katahdin. So champagne and that rubber inflatable made for a very heavy bag. So luckily I only had to carry that combination for about 6 miles yesterday. But that was enough. Today is a almost 22 mile day. Our last 20 plus mile day. And it's basically to get us out of the woods by Saturday night. Tomorrow night we'll be out of the woods. What else? So, traveling on a very cruisy trail right now. If you can see that. It's very mild, very flat, and makes for some easy time. I did that about 5.5 mile stretch yesterday between the pond and the bucket resupply. Before I grabbed the bottle of champagne, I traveled that in about 3.5 hours per mile, which is pretty good. I walked about 5.5 miles in about 1.5 hours. So that's pretty good. If I can do somewhat similar to that pace, even 3 miles an hour, that'll do 22 miles in just about 7 hours, which ain't so bad. Just kind of enjoying the last little bit of trail while I can, and then go home and rest because my body hurts. See you on trail. So that was Katahdin. Really nice little lakeside view of Katahdin. About 35 miles of trail between us and the base where Baxter State Park is. Pretty crazy. Be there in 2 days. Once we do our 22 mile day today, and we do a 15 mile day tomorrow, we'll officially be across A-Ball Bridge. And A-Ball Bridge will lead right to Baxter State Park. We're gonna camp at A-Ball Bridge tomorrow night and officially be out of the woods. Feels pretty crazy. Hey, it's about 6 o'clock right now. Planned on doing a full 22 to a shelter, but spent some time at one of the 3 or 4 ponds that we saw today. and decided that we're just gonna call it a day here in about 0.4 miles. So we'll be about 2 miles short of our goal. That's no big deal. It'll make for about a 17-mile day tomorrow to A-Ball Bridge. This last little section kind of sucked. Just pointless up and downs, PUDs, as we call them. But lots of pointless up and downs. Take you up and then they put you back down for no reason at all. No view, seemingly right back to where you came from the start anyway. But yeah, looking forward to getting to this little campsite here, just crashing out. Free Hands and Broadway made it to the shelter, so it'll just be Critter and I tonight at this little campsite. But yeah, beautiful day, lots of ponds, made for a pretty eventful day, but a long day, even though there was, for the most part, very little ascent. But yeah, for now, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is August 9th. It is a Saturday. And making my way out of camp right now at 6 in the morning. Beautiful sunrise. You can barely see it through the trees. But should be another day of beautiful Maine weather. Got about 18 miles today because we didn't hit our goal of 22. Or I guess it's about 17 because otherwise it would have been 15. But no big deal. It adds 2 extra miles to our day and they should be fairly cruisy miles. So no big deal. We're gonna meet up with the rest of the gang, including Moose and his associates, and then we're gonna hang out at A-Ball Bridge tonight, which is basically the base of Katahdin. So the rules around Katahdin are a little strange. I guess it's really not rules, but protocol as far as how you get up there. So we're gonna camp at A-Ball Bridge tonight, because that's an easy campsite to get into. But then tomorrow at 7 in the morning, we're gonna have to walk 5 miles to the ranger station and try to book a campsite that's not very easy to book. So you gotta wake up very early, get to this ranger station essentially as they open, and then they take the first 12 people that are there. So we've got a fairly large group of about 7 of us that want to camp. So that only leads 5 others. So hopefully it all works out that we can camp at the Birches Campground in Baxter State Park. Otherwise, not really sure what to do besides just summit Katahdin with a longer day. So we could potentially just go up to Katahdin even tomorrow and summit, come back down and spend another night at A-Ball Bridge. But I feel like all of that will become clear when we get to Baxter State Park tomorrow morning. As for now, just a 17-mile walk to A-Ball Bridge, And that will officially get us out of the woods. So obviously we have Katahdin to do, but for the most part, we're out of the woods. Just gotta do a measly 18-mile day today. And we're basically done. I don't even count summiting Katahdin as a day of hiking, just because it's so iconic and basically you have to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So we're going to hike Katahdin either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how this all works out at this campground. As for right now, see you on trail. Katahdin Baxter Peak is 21.2 miles away. It's crazy. I think you can see Katahdin from somewhere around here. Hey, so I'm at the top of our only climb of the day. No name to this mountain or anything, but there is a ledge that I should be able to see Katahdin from here shortly. I've got about 6 miles to go till A-Ball Bridge, and yeah, looking forward to officially being out of the woods. It is a hot day, makes it a little bit more exciting to be out of the woods, but it is also still very bittersweet to be saying goodbye to the Appalachian Trail. Coming up here shortly will be the A-Ball Bridge, and that is where the last AT marker is. So the last white blaze is on that bridge, and that's where I'm going to drop the video off. So if I don't see Katahdin up here, which it doesn't look like I'm going to anymore, I will show you the downhill, I'll show you the bridge, and that'll be it. You'll have to see me in the next one for the final ascent. The final ascent of Katahdin. It's pretty sweet. See you on trail. That little shadow in the background there, that's Katahdin. It's very smoky today. There's smoke from the Canadian wildfires. It's been hitting us pretty hard all week. But either way, as long as the weather stays like this, which it has been all week, we should get a pretty stellar view from the top of that guy. Taking an easy day tomorrow to summit on Monday. Hey, it's about 1:15 right now, and I am officially out of the woods of the Appalachian Trail. Walking on the Golden Road right now, and this is my way into Baxter State Park. And before that, I gotta cross A-Ball Bridge, one thing at a time. A-Ball Bridge is where the last mark for the HE is, the last white blaze. And I'll see you there. I'm officially crossing A-Ball Bridge. Beautiful view of Katahdin. Still just in shock that I've walked from Georgia to Maine. So this is it. This is where I'll leave you. Just got one more thing to do. I gotta put the cherry on top, and I'm the cherry, and that's the top. But before that, I gotta end this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Got out of the 100-mile wilderness, and just looking forward to an easy day tomorrow before Summit on Monday. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.